Well, in case you didn't know what direct light looks like, this is it. Hey houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you all of the houseplant supplies that I use when I am taking care of my houseplants. We are going to be talking fertilizers, humidifiers, heat mats, repotting mats, water, every single thing that I use as an accessory to my plant collection. I'm going to be divulging to you. I've never made this video. A lot of people make these what's in my plant box videos, and I've never done one of those before because I didn't really feel like I necessarily had a lot of stuff to share, but I feel like I do now. We're gonna talk about it. But before we get into today's video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I also have YouTube memberships, which you can check out at the link in the description. If you like houseplants, then you might want to stick around because I do make daily content. We're here a lot. Come here often? Because I do. All right, I got a full list here, and let's walk around my plant room and see what we can find. Also, how good does this Monstera look right now? Like, are you kidding me? She's the queen of the whole show. Also, so is my bun. Holy crap. So, the first thing we're gonna talk about, my heat mat. So this was actually, both of these were sent to me by Vivosun to try out. I've been using this one. I will admit, I have not been using this one. You can see this one is still completely tied up and everything. The cords are still actually in there. However, this one I have actually been using, but it is atrocious to try to keep this open. Vivosun was really nice, and they sent me like their largest one, which has been a little difficult to work with, which is why it's away right now. I don't have a surface big enough for this. So I use it and then it goes away. But I will say that when I am using this, it works really well. I can tell that the plants like it more. They just look perkier. However, I am just so concerned about the concept of a heat mat. I know that you can put this on a timer. Like Vivosun sells timers and stuff that like you can get for it. I'm a little nervous about it. It's so big. It's huge. Maybe don't get the big one unless you want it for a greenhouse. They were so nice to think about me and, you know, send me the expensive stuff, but I can't use these too much. We're gonna talk about fertilizer. I hope that focused, otherwise that's gonna be embarrassing. Before we get up and walk around my plant room, we are going to talk about my fertilizer. This is Liquid Earth. This is the only fertilizer I use. I used to use a different fertilizer, which I'm sure you guys are aware of, but they ended up not being the best. Like in every way. It's run by amazing people. I literally heckin' love it. Whenever I'm using Liquid Earth on my plants, I notice that there is actually a difference, and you can definitely see the growth happening. And with Liquid Earth, it's great because it makes so much. However, Liquid Earth can be a little bit expensive because it is the real deal fertilizer. So you make sure to use code PLANTME_25 when you check out with any purchase from the Liquid Earth website. It helps support my channel, and it gets you a 25% discount on Liquid Earth stuff. So make sure you use my code. It's definitely the best. In my opinion, it's definitely the best code to use. Just like Liquid Earth is the best to use. And I would be saying that even if I wasn't working with them. All right, now let's talk about my humidifiers. So I use Elec Homes humidifiers, and I will be frank, Elec Homes did send these to me. They also sent me that humidifier. I love Elec Homes so much. I actually have been using these humidifiers for over a year. They're incredible. I have both of the black models going right now because they are my two newest models. I need to clean that humidifier. So he's taking a time out. They spit out the humidity. It's just incredible. I've had these ones going now since I think 4 in the morning, and my room started at 30%, now it's 47. Do, however, always have to leave this door open because the cat box is in my bathroom. So I can't close this door and let the room just stoke up with humidity. Raven needs to be able to go to the bathroom, right? You gotta go to the bathroom sometime. These are my humidifiers. I love them. I love Elec Homes too. I've been working with them for over a year now. We're like best friends. They sent me actually a Christmas Christmas gift, which was so cool. It's lit, look at that. They're so powerful. These are, oh, and the other cool thing is that this is actually a top fill humidifier, which is just really, really cool. This stays on and then you just take the lid off, and then I just dump the water into it, put the lid back on, and it's ready to go. I don't even have to lift the bucket out. And I love it because you get the two different things up at the top, so you can just like pick wherever you want it to go. They fill up my room as much as they can with me leaving that door open all day. So the next thing on our little handy dandy list is actually my repotting mat. My friend Maeve on Instagram sent this to me. We've been friends since I think the beginning of my Instagram account, and I'm just gonna show you how this works. There are a couple people online you can buy these from if you want to, if you don't have anyone like Maeve to make one for you. But it's really easy. So you just clip the little buttons together, and I asked for pink and blue buttons because I feel like those are like just like my signature colors, like pink and blue pastel. You have a whole surface just for repotting. It's like nice, it's got like the nice walls and everything, and the tension holds everything up. It also cleans really nicely. It's really great, and it's reusable, so you don't have to like throw it away or anything. It's a good investment. I just love them. Yeah, I don't know. I literally love it. However, I don't really use this in videos because it's so big, so I like to repot things on the floor with it. It is 2 feet, I think, in diameter or something. It's a great resource, especially if you have carpet like me. I don't think I would use something like this if I didn't have carpet, but because I had someone offer to make me one, I have carpet. I was like, that sounds like a great thing. Ooh, this one's fun. Are you ready? It is amazing. I literally spray this thing once, and I think it goes for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. It changes every time, honestly, but then you can like just keep holding it and it'll just keep going. I originally heard of these at REM Botanicals. I don't think that this is the exact one that REM sells. I think that theirs are nicer and more expensive. I saw that REM sold something like this, like an automatic mister, and I was like, that sounds nice. However, I haven't needed to mist anything because I have been an adamant anti-mister. Like, misting doesn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Misting does have a purpose. I have a terrarium now, pop a few mists in there, and it's humid. It's great. It's wonderful. It's how I water my orchids. So yeah, I have this mister. It's great. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks or something. If you want to buy the same one I did. I don't get a profit from that. But I don't get a profit from anything in this video except if you use liquid earth. I feel like I just need to say that. And you should use liquid earth because it actually works, and I wouldn't promote them like that if they didn't. Ooh, let's talk about plant pot types. So I am very particular with my plant pots, and if I can use terracotta for everything, I always do. That is because I really believe that terracotta is the best. And if you don't like normal boring terracotta, you can get fun terracotta. This is a white and red terracotta from Strange Rock Ceramics. I got this, I think when I was in Portland, either that or I bought it online, I can't remember. I also like the basalt terracotta. This is like a kind of gray, deep brown color. And then also, I do have some ceramics, but I only put plants in ceramics that really like to retain moisture. So anthurium or calathea. But because I cannot afford to buy a pot for every plant, I learned that very early on. A lot of my plants are still in their nursery pots, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I actually feel like it's cute. I like seeing the tag on there. I know that probably sounds dumb, but I do really like seeing the tag. And if you keep them in their nursery pot, you don't disturb the roots. You can just pop it into a cash pot. For example, this Monstera deliciosa right here is actually in a cash basket. It is in its original pot in there, but I've just plopped it in the basket so that it looks nice. I guess along with the pots, real fast, we should talk about saucers. So I do prefer to use plastic saucers. I know that plastic is bad, and I don't ever like to use plastic anything unless it can be helped. However, because these are reusable, I never ever throw them away. They are the cheapest option for me, and that is important to me, honestly. Your girl doesn't got a lot of money. I'm currently on a no-buy, actually, like a no-buy of everything except for groceries that we need. I really do find that the plastic saucers are a good solution because because they are very durable. They won't let anything through. I find that they're better than the cork ones. Terracotta saucers, which are much more beautiful, I find are problematic because when there's extra water left in the saucer, water makes terracotta wet. Terracotta is absorbent material, so it will literally absorb the water, and now you have your nice wood furniture with your terracotta saucer, and the saucer is wet on your wood, which is going to give you rings, which you do not want. Solve that by also buying a cork underneath for your terracotta saucer, or you could just buy a 50-cent plastic thing. So I'm not advocating for buying plastic, but because this is reusable plastic, as long as you never throw it away, I think it's fine. Let me show you my stack of saucers. So this is also just my upstairs stack. I have a lot more downstairs, but up here we have my 4-inch, then my 6-inch, my 8-inch, my 10-inch, and my 12-inch. And I also have a 14-inch, which my big Monstera is actually sitting on, and that one has wheels, which is really nice. And I actually don't think that one's made out of plastic. I think that one's made out of something else, but yep. I think that they're okay to spend money on as long as you're not like throwing them away. Please don't buy plastic and then just throw it away. So this entire little spot right here is like my plant supplies section. This is my little plant box, so whenever people make those what's in my box videos, that is my little box. It has a couple little extra pots in it that I'm not currently using. This is where I store my little heat mats and my trusty repotting mat, and also my gloves. I didn't show you these yet, but I do have 2 pairs of gloves. One is indoor, one is outdoor. I have worked at a few nurseries in town, and these are usually the ones I use for outdoor. They're kind of like golfing gloves, honestly, and then these are usually the ones I use indoor. I do try to make it look cute since I have to work in this room all the time. I don't want things to like not look nice. So right here is where I keep all of my medium. So this is my cactus and palm mix, perlite back there, which I use all of the time, a ton of moss, because not only do I have a terrarium now that uses moss, but I'm not gonna lift that one up actually, otherwise everything's gonna tip over. Everything I use kind of like goes into moss. I've been putting moss on everything for air layering, and I feel like I actually might like moss more than perlite. I haven't decided yet. This is the brand of moss I use. However, I recommend the one with the orange label from Amazon. It's more expensive for a reason. It's really, really high quality moss. My moss, and then right now I only have Miracle-Gro, and Miracle-Gro is fine. However, I really like black gold. That is my favorite type of soil. And then down here, I actually have cork. This is for when I mount things. This is actually cork I had on my wall, and you can just like easily break this into whatever size, anything you need. You can cut into it. It's really great. Most plants are mounted on cork bark, which is expensive. So I don't own it. Then I have a little bag down here, which is just like wooden little things for mounting. Now let's talk about water, okay? So if you watched my water video, which I know you didn't, go watch it, okay? Because that video is really important. I started buying this. This only cost me $1, and they do have a deal at the store where you can get 10 for $10. This is distilled water. It is soft water, softer than usual, and plants love soft water, so I buy this. And if you're giving your calathea or orchids anything other than soft water, you're doing it wrong. What haven't we talked about? Watering can. Wow, this is my watering can. It's kind of cute, I guess. It was $2, I think, and I bought it at a local nursery, and every so often, I wish I used a bigger watering can. But then I'm like, you know what? If I used a bigger watering can, it would be heavier, and I hate carrying things. Itty bitty teeny tiny watering can. It's literally like the size of my hands. And it works fine. Where did I just put my notebook? Here's my little notebook, by the way. This is like my plant notebook. I guess this counts as a supply. I think it's freaking adorable. All right, the last thing we have to talk about is prop boxes and prop jars. Here are 2 of my prop boxes. This is my philodendron prop box. He has a lot of stuff happening right now. Most of everything in there is a micans. We have one rare undescribed species of philodendron I got from Maggie Hell's. It's an undescribed species, but everything else in here is a micans. And then there's this Hoya croniana. Then in this prop box, which I keep propped open, haha, get it propped, because we have an orchid in here which is currently rooting, and then also all of my rare Hoya that I love so much, especially this one. Keep it up, you're doing a great job. And I keep this one open because Hoya need airflow. Usually it is actually propped open like that, but I just watered it. So I like to keep the humid up just a little bit higher for a little bit longer. Then down here, we have my massive prop box who is doing fine. I wish I could give it more light than I do, but he's surviving just fine. I've got a ton of stuff in here, but I think I am actually gonna install lights underneath this shelf right here. Little Adabapoense baby, little Obovata baby, why are you swiping at me? Here we have one prop jar. I love keeping these cups, again, with the plastic. It is really important to reuse your plastic as much as you can. I reuse it by using prop boxes, and I keep little plants. So whenever I do end up getting stuff like this type of plastic cup, if I forget my reusable cup, prop jar. Super easy, super great. I am really hoping I didn't miss anything, but I probably did, knowing me. Yeah, if you think that I left anything out, go ahead and ask me about it in the comment section. I will answer your question. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlanMeAshley for real. I have a great Twitter. Also follow me on Instagram. We're about to hit 20,000 followers on Instagram, which is great because this February has been 20,000. That's pretty hecking cool, okay? I hope that a lot of you are crossovers, but yeah, I have a lot of fun plant content on Instagram you can go check out if you haven't yet, but yeah. All right, the sun's getting too bright, I gotta go. I'll see you later, goodbye.